My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, listen very carefully now, because this moment was written long before today. There is a reason your heart feels slightly restless as you hear these words. Someone is being guided, step by step, toward your door, carrying a black bag that looks ordinary to the world but is anything but ordinary to your destiny. This is not random, not coincidence, not imagination. The timing is precise. The silence around you is intentional. What is approaching your door is connected to unanswered prayers, to tears you never explained, and to strength you forgot you had. Archangel Michael says, do not rush your thoughts, because what this bag contains is not what you expect. Something material, something visible. But this bag carries a message sealed in energy, not paper. It carries proof that someone has been watching your journey quietly, noticing every sacrifice you made when no one clapped for you. Inside it is the confirmation that your struggles were never ignored, and that help was preparing itself while you believed you were alone. Hear this clearly now, Archangel Michael says, because this revelation is once in a lifetime. This bag represents a turning point, the exact line where your past ends and something new begins. It contains release from a burden you have carried silently, and clarity about a situation that confused you for far too long. The reason it is being placed at your door is simple, only you were meant to open it. Others may walk past, others may never notice, but your soul will recognize the moment instantly. Archangel Michael says, stay present, because the real power of this moment is not the bag itself, but what awakens inside you when you realize why it came. This is the universe responding, not loudly, but precisely. The contents are aligned with your purpose, your next step, and a decision you have been delaying. When this arrives, you will feel a calm certainty replacing doubt, as if something clicks into place without effort or fear. Finally, Archangel Michael says, trust what unfolds next. This black bag is not an ending, it is an opening. It carries reassurance that you are protected, guided, and far more supported than you ever imagined. When it reaches your door, remember this message, remember this moment, and remember who you are becoming. Nothing is accidental now. Everything from this point forward moves with intention, clarity, and quiet power meant just for you. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, stay attentive, because what follows after the arrival is even more meaningful than the arrival itself. Many people wait for signs but fail to understand them when they appear. This moment is different. The presence of that black bag marks the end of waiting and the beginning of knowing. Something within you will shift instantly, as if a hidden door inside your mind opens without effort. Archangel Michael says, the bag does not shout, it whispers, and only a calm heart can hear it. Inside is not chaos, not confusion, but order returning to your life. It carries clarity about who truly stands with you and who was only passing through. Long-standing doubts will quietly dissolve, replaced by a steady confidence that feels unfamiliar yet deeply comforting. Listen closely now, Archangel Michael says, because this is where many miss the blessing. The value of what is given is not measured by its size or shape, but by the freedom it unlocks. This moment reconnects you with a part of yourself that was dimmed by disappointment and delay. You will remember your strength without forcing it. Archangel Michael says, what unfolds next is guided, not rushed. You may feel drawn to make a decision, speak a truth, or finally let go of something that no longer belongs in your future. This is not pressure, this is alignment. The energy surrounding you will begin to feel lighter, as if the path ahead is being gently cleared. And finally, Archangel Michael says, hold this truth close. The black bag was never about mystery alone, it was about confirmation. You are seen, you are protected, and you are stepping into a phase where things begin to respond to you instead of resisting you. From this point forward, trust what comes, because it arrives with purpose meant only for you. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, remain grounded in this moment, because subtle shifts are already taking place around you. What you thought was delayed was actually being prepared with care. After this sign, conversations will sound different, silence will feel meaningful, and small details will begin aligning in your favor. Nothing dramatic on the surface, yet everything changing underneath. Archangel Michael says, the power of this moment lies in recognition. You will start noticing how protection has followed you even when you doubted it. Situations that once drained you will lose their hold, and people who could not walk with you further will naturally fade without conflict. This is not loss, this is refinement. Now listen deeply, Archangel Michael says, because clarity is sharpening. The confusion you carried was never weakness, it was part of learning discernment. This phase brings wisdom earned through experience, not theory. You will feel more selective, more peaceful, and less willing to settle for anything that does not match your inner truth. Archangel Michael says, the energy ahead is steady, not rushed. Progress will feel calm instead of exhausting. You will move with intention rather than reaction. Decisions will come from confidence, not fear. Even challenges will arrive with solutions already forming beside them. And remember this above all, Archangel Michael says. This message did not reach you by chance. It is a reminder that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust the timing, honor your intuition, and step forward knowing that unseen guidance continues to walk with you, quietly and faithfully, every step of the way. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, stay still within yourself, because the quiet after a sign is where truth settles. Nothing needs to be forced now. What is meant to reach you will do so without struggle. You may feel a gentle reassurance replacing old urgency, as if life itself is telling you to breathe and trust the flow that is forming. Archangel Michael says, understand this clearly. The reason this message feels personal is because it is. Your journey required patience that others never saw, and resilience you rarely spoke about. This moment acknowledges that endurance. You are not being tested anymore, you are being prepared to receive with open hands instead of clenched ones. Listen again, Archangel Michael says, because your awareness is expanding. You will begin to sense which opportunities carry truth and which only carry noise. Your intuition will feel sharper, calmer, and more reliable than ever before. This is the result of lessons completed, not lessons beginning. Archangel Michael says, the path ahead is not crowded. It is intentionally clear so you can move without distraction. You are stepping into a season where alignment replaces effort, where the right things recognize you without chasing. Peace will become your signal that you are moving correctly. And finally, Archangel Michael says, hold this message close to your heart. What was once mysterious is becoming meaningful. You are supported, guided, and protected in ways you do not need to see to trust. Walk forward gently but confidently, knowing that what arrives next does so with purpose, clarity, and quiet divine order. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, let your heart remain open, because recognition is happening even if your eyes cannot see it yet. This is the phase where trust grows roots. You may notice a calm confidence replacing old worries, as if something unseen is standing firmly beside you. That feeling is not imagination, it is assurance settling into your spirit. Archangel Michael says, understand the meaning of what is unfolding now. The message you received is not meant to create questions, but answers. You are being aligned with what truly matches your worth. What once felt uncertain will soon feel obvious, and choices that confused you before will suddenly make sense without explanation. Listen carefully, Archangel Michael says, because your inner voice is becoming clearer. Distractions will lose their power, and emotional noise will quiet down. You will feel less pulled by outside opinions and more guided by inner knowing. This is growth you earned, not something given lightly. Archangel Michael says, the next steps will feel natural, not heavy. You will not need to chase clarity anymore, it will meet you halfway. Actions will feel smoother, conversations more honest, and your energy more respected. This is what alignment feels like when it arrives gently. And remember this, Archangel Michael says. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Nothing has been wasted, nothing overlooked. What is coming toward you carries intention, balance, and quiet strength. Move forward with trust, because the path ahead is responding to you in perfect timing. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, remain patient with what is still unfolding. Some blessings reveal themselves slowly so they can stay longer. You may feel a growing sense of stability inside, a quiet certainty that things are aligning even without visible proof. This calm is the signal that you are being held in guidance, not left in uncertainty. Archangel Michael says, there is wisdom forming in your silence. You are learning when to speak, when to wait, and when to simply observe. This balance is preparing you for moments where clarity will matter more than speed. Nothing is being delayed, everything is being positioned. Listen closely now, Archangel Michael says, because awareness is deepening. You will begin to notice patterns breaking that once repeated themselves. Old emotional cycles will lose their grip, and reactions will turn into thoughtful responses. This shift marks maturity of the soul, not distance from feeling. Archangel Michael says, the support around you is subtle but constant. You may not see dramatic signs, yet you will feel steadiness where chaos once lived. This is protection working quietly, ensuring that what enters your life next does so with harmony rather than disruption. And hold this truth gently, Archangel Michael says. Your journey is not behind you, it is opening ahead. What approaches carries clarity, balance, and reassurance meant specifically for your path. Trust the calm, honor your intuition, and continue forward knowing you are guided every step of the way. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, allow yourself to fully arrive in this awareness. When signs repeat gently, it means your spirit is ready to receive without fear. You are no longer chasing answers, answers are moving toward you. This stage is about acceptance, not effort, and that is why peace feels closer than before. Archangel Michael says, notice how your reactions are changing. Things that once triggered doubt now pass without power. This is not numbness. It is strength settling in. You are learning that not everything needs a response, because what is truly meant for you will remain without being questioned. Listen with care, Archangel Michael says, because intuition is now leading. You may feel guided to pause, to choose differently, or to trust an inner nudge you once ignored. These signals are quiet but accurate. Following them will save you time, energy, and unnecessary struggle. Archangel Michael says, alignment brings simplicity. Life begins to feel less complicated when you stop forcing outcomes. You will recognize what belongs to you by how naturally it fits. Effort will be replaced by flow, and clarity will replace overthinking. And remember this always, Archangel Michael says. You are not waiting for something to begin, it already has. Each step forward is supported, each decision guided. Walk calmly, trust deeply, and know that what unfolds next is unfolding with purpose, balance, and divine order meant just for you. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, let certainty replace questioning now. There comes a point where signs stop explaining and start confirming. You are crossing that point. The awareness growing inside you is steady, grounded, and unmistakable. This is not excitement that fades, this is knowing that stays. Archangel Michael says, recognize how your energy is settling into confidence. You are no longer seeking validation from outside sources. What once felt fragile is becoming firm. You are learning to trust yourself, your timing, and your decisions without needing reassurance from anyone else. Listen carefully, Archangel Michael says, because inner alignment brings discernment. Aha, you will easily sense what deserves your attention and what does not. Situations will reveal their truth quickly, saving you from confusion. This clarity is protection in its quietest form. Archangel Michael says, movement ahead will feel intentional. Nothing rushed, nothing forced. Each step will feel supported, as if resistance has quietly stepped aside. Progress will come through consistency, not pressure, and that is how lasting change is built. And keep this truth with you, Archangel Michael says. You are stepping into a phase where trust becomes your strength. What comes next will match your growth, your patience, and your inner peace. Stay open, stay steady, and continue forward knowing you are guided with precision and care. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, remain present with what you are becoming. Aha, this stage is quieter than you expected, yet far more powerful. When transformation is real, it does not announce itself loudly. You may simply notice that fear no longer controls your choices, and hesitation no longer delays your steps. Archangel Michael says, understand the strength forming within you now that you are learning to stand steady even when outcomes are not fully revealed. This calm confidence is earned through experience, not chance. It allows you to move forward without needing to see the entire path at once. Listen closely, Archangel Michael says, because your discernment is refined. You will sense truth without overanalyzing, and distance yourself from what feels misaligned without guilt. This is not withdrawal, it is wisdom choosing peace over noise. Archangel Michael says, the rhythm of your life is stabilizing. Days may feel simpler, yet more meaningful. You will notice progress not through dramatic events, but through consistency, clarity, and inner balance. This is growth that lasts because it is built on understanding. And remember this deeply, Archangel Michael says. You are not missing anything meant for you. What arrives next will come at the exact moment it can be fully received. Continue forward with trust, quiet strength, and the knowing that you are guided, protected, and aligned with what is truly yours. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, let this awareness anchor itself within you. When life slows down inside, it means alignment has begun outside. You are entering a phase where reactions soften and understanding deepens. This inner steadiness is not temporary, it is the foundation for what is coming next. Archangel Michael says, observe how your patience is no longer forced. You are no longer waiting anxiously, you are allowing confidently. This shift changes everything. What once felt uncertain now feels held, as if timing itself is working with you rather than against you. Listen gently, Archangel Michael says, because your intuition is now a guide you can rely on. You will notice that decisions feel lighter when they are right and heavier when they are not. This natural signal is protecting you from paths that no longer serve your growth. Archangel Michael says, simplicity will become your strength. Less explanation, less resistance, more clarity. You will find that peace comes not from having all answers, but from trusting the direction you are being led. This is maturity of the spirit, calm and assured. And hold this truth close, Archangel Michael says. You are supported in ways that do not need to be proven. Each step forward is watched over, each pause respected. Continue moving with faith and balance, knowing that what unfolds next is unfolding exactly as it should, for your highest good. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, allow trust to settle fully now. There is nothing you need to chase in this moment. What is aligned with you is already aware of your presence. This calm you feel is not emptiness, it is readiness. You have reached a point where receiving becomes natural, not something you struggle for. Archangel Michael says, notice how your perspective is changing. You are no longer asking why things happened, but what they taught you. This shift is powerful. It frees you from the past without erasing it, and it turns experience into quiet wisdom that guides your next steps with confidence. Listen carefully, Archangel Michael says, because inner balance is strengthening. You will feel less pulled by urgency and more guided by timing. Even when answers do not appear immediately, you will sense that they are forming. This patience is not passive, it is active trust. Archangel Michael says, your energy is becoming selective. You will naturally protect your peace without needing to explain yourself. What does not align will feel obvious, and what belongs will feel calm. This clarity will save you from unnecessary detours and emotional weight. And remember this above all, Archangel Michael says. You are moving forward correctly. Nothing is out of place, nothing delayed by mistake. What approaches you now comes with intention, stability, and quiet reassurance. Walk on with faith, because you are guided, supported, and exactly where you need to be. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, stay centered in this calm unfolding. When the noise fades, truth becomes easier to recognize. You may feel less compelled to explain yourself to others and more comfortable honoring what feels right within. This is not distance, this is self-respect quietly taking its place. Archangel Michael says, understand the significance of this inner stability. You are no longer moved by uncertainty the way you once were. Situations that used to shake your confidence now pass through without leaving weight behind. This steadiness is a sign that your foundation has strengthened. Listen attentively, Archangel Michael says, because your awareness is refined. You will recognize opportunities by how peaceful they feel, not by how loud they appear. What is meant for you will not demand urgency or confusion. It will arrive with clarity and ease. Archangel Michael says, the pace ahead is intentional. Progress will come through alignment, not struggle. You will notice that effort feels lighter and outcomes feel more natural. This is the reward of patience meeting purpose at the right moment. And keep this truth close, Archangel Michael says. You are not behind, and you are not early. You are precisely on time. What unfolds next will reflect the growth you have achieved and the trust you have cultivated. Continue forward with quiet confidence, knowing you are guided, protected, and supported every step of the way. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, let assurance settle deeper now. There is a calm authority growing within you, one that does not need approval to exist. You may notice that your presence feels stronger even in silence. This is the moment when inner stability becomes visible through your peace. Archangel Michael says, recognize how your trust has matured. You no longer need constant signs to believe you are guided. Faith has shifted from hope into knowing. Even when answers are not immediate, you remain steady, because you sense that everything is unfolding with intention. Listen quietly, Archangel Michael says, because clarity is no longer distant. You will feel guided away from what drains you and closer to what strengthens you. This movement will feel natural, not dramatic. Alignment often looks simple from the outside, yet powerful within. Archangel Michael says, the energy surrounding you is becoming protective. Boundaries will form without confrontation, and balance will return without force. You are learning that peace does not require explanation, only commitment to what feels right. And hold this truth firmly, Archangel Michael says. You are supported beyond what you can see. Each step you take is watched over, each pause respected. Continue forward with calm confidence, knowing that what comes next is meeting you with purpose, clarity, and quiet divine order. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, remain steady in this awareness as it deepens. There is a quiet confidence settling into your spirit that cannot be shaken easily now. You may notice that you respond more thoughtfully, choosing peace over reaction. This is not avoidance, it is mastery over your inner world. Archangel Michael says, see how your understanding has widened. You no longer judge moments as good or bad so quickly. Instead, you sense purpose unfolding beneath everything. This perspective protects you from disappointment and keeps your heart open without becoming vulnerable to confusion. Listen with care, Archangel Michael says, because alignment sharpens discernment. You will instinctively know when to move forward and when to pause. These instincts are not random. They are formed from lessons you have already completed. Trusting them will simplify your path. Archangel Michael says, the coming phase will reward consistency. Small, steady steps will bring lasting change. You will find satisfaction in progress that feels balanced rather than overwhelming. This rhythm is designed to support you, not exhaust you. And remember this clearly, Archangel Michael says. You are walking in harmony with what is meant for you. Nothing is missing, nothing misplaced. What unfolds next will meet you with stability, reassurance, and quiet strength. Continue forward calmly, knowing you are guided, protected, and exactly where you need to be.